Hello, all the King's men. Welcome to another Friday assessment. Yes, I'm excited. Why? Because you made it across another week. And you know what? I'm going to celebrate that with you today. You know why? Because somebody gave up. They might not be in your circle. You may not be able to call them by name. But somebody gave up this week because they said, I'm tired. I'm not making no progress. This is not worth it. I am going to settle for where I am today. My God, all the King's men, I celebrate you today. This is so important that you celebrate. Why? Because helping you celebrate. Because when you celebrate the milestones. You celebrate that I did not give up. Look, I read something this week. I'm always looking for something just to inspire me, not to motivate, but to inspire me. I don't need to be motivated. I need to be inspired. Why? Because when you inspire somebody, it touches something on the inside. So it said, look, when things look like they're not going right, when they're not going according to the way you want them to go, don't change the goal, change the plan. Don't change the goal, change the plan. Why? Because if you change the goal, the enemy wants to play with your mind. And remember last week we talked about the state of mind. Why? What is the state of mind? There's always a spirit that's behind it. So this week we want to talk about knowledge. We want to talk about knowledge. Why? Why do I want to talk about? Because I want to know where you are. Because it's so important to be a student of life. We should always be learning. We should always avail ourselves to learning because we do not know everything. And guess what? We have to know that we have to surround ourselves with people. We have to surround ourselves with knowledge. We have to surround ourselves because when you put that knowledge, when you put those people around you, you surround yourself with areas that you can go grab knowledge. You can go make withdrawals on that knowledge. So why am I saying that? It's so important that when you're not experiencing success in certain areas, you have to identify what knowledge do I not have? What knowledge do I need? What knowledge do I need to gain? Then you have to count the cost it is to get that knowledge because it may be a knowledge that you don't need to have, but it may be a knowledge that you need to have access to. So you need to know that I need to go to this data bank. I need to go to this data bank and I need to make a withdrawal. But if it is something, you need to realize that, you know what, I am going to make the sacrifice to get this knowledge. This is so important. What is knowledge? What is knowledge? It's knowing something through familiarity by gaining experience, through experience or association. So you have to say, you know what, I am going to on purpose gain this experience. Or who am I going to associate with? How am I going to associate getting knowledge about this certain thing? You know, and everything we talked about is based upon God, it's based upon the word. It's about faith. It's about allowing God to move through your life so that you can fulfill your God-given purpose, that your talents, your giftings, and your callings can come forward. So guess what? You might be thinking that, yes, this is what God has said is for me. Then did you go back and get knowledge on the situation? Did you go back and get knowledge so that God can give you some spiritual understanding and give you revelation on that thing? Do you realize that you have to have knowledge in order to get that spiritual understanding? And how do you get knowledge? You got to go and read. You got to open the book. Do you realize there is so much that's between Genesis and Revelation that we need to know as men of God, as all the King's men? There's so much we need to know, and it's going to guide you. I mean, what I have found out about this Bible, this is what I found out, that it helps you to live. It helps you to live in the spirit. And it helps you to live in this secular world because, my God, there were so many men in the Bible that yes, there were clergy, there were men of God But they were also businessmen. They were people that was lay people that just worked for other people. But what I love about it, the Bible covers the whole realm. It covers going into business. It covers bettering yourself. It covers ministry. It covers the giftings and talents and callings. It said, I give you power to get wealth. He said, I knew you before I formed you in your mother's womb. So how do you know who you are? How do you allow God to give you that understanding and revelation? It's through reading the word. You have to know what the word says in order to get understanding, in order to get revelation. You can't just say, okay, I understand something without having the knowledge of something. That is key. That's so important. You keep asking God for understanding. You keep asking God for the revelation, but yet you won't go see what he says about the thing. You won't go read the word. You won't go spend the time. Why? Because it goes back to what I was talking about. You got to be aware of the spirit that's ruling, the spirit that's controlling. You might say, I don't need that. I got, well, you have a spirit of know-it-all. But when you humble yourself, that's when you'll figure out, I need to go somewhere and get some knowledge, because that knowledge could be looked up, can be locked up between those two covers. Rather it's in the Bible, or rather God leads you to another source. Whether it's a person or another book, there is knowledge that you need today. So I'm telling you, don't forsake that knowledge. Also, that just hit me. I don't know the scripture at the moment, but God said, don't forsake small beginnings. Don't even stress over the small beginning. Why? Because everybody had to start somewhere. Everybody didn't start at the same place, but everybody started somewhere because of this. It was their access to knowledge, their access to resources. All the kings, men, get you some knowledge today. It is important. It's the thing that's going to help you. Put your pride aside. I'm not going to operate in the spirit of pride. I'm not going to operate in the spirit of know-it-all. I'm going to operate in the spirit of wisdom, knowing that I don't have everything and I need to reach out. I need to use what we call in my work world, the octopus. You're in the center, but there's many tentacles going out to get everything that you need. We're going to work this thing together, and it's coming back to the head. Yes, all the kings, men. I thank you for joining in today. I thank you for joining me. This is such an exciting time as we look to end our year. We get excited about what's happened as we review it. We get even more excited as we look forward to a new year coming. Why? Because seasons change, and we gotta be prepared to walk into it, or you will miss it. All the kings, men, get you some knowledge today. I'm excited because I'm about to go get me some more knowledge. My God, I thank God for each and every one of you today. I pray that you have a blessed day, blessed weekend, and a blessed week to come. Remember to drop a like, drop me a comment. Let me know what's going on. Let somebody else know what's going on. So all the kings, men, until next time, be blessed.